Hello, how are you? Today I brought you an easy recipe for a wonderful chocolate cake. It only has 3 ingredients, no added sugar, no flour at all, no gluten, and it's very quick to make. You don't even need a cake pan. It's delicious, turns out super fluffy, and is very chocolatey. It's a great option if you're looking for a cake with more protein, no sugar, easy to make, and you don't even need to know how to cook. Stick around until the end, you won't want to miss it. Before we start, I want to ask you, do you like chocolate cake? What's your favorite cake flavor? Write it for me down below in the comments. Remember to like the video, it really helps me out here on the channel. And it also helps you because it makes YouTube understand what you like and sends you more recipes like this. If you know someone who likes cake and needs a healthy idea, go ahead and share this. And take a look down here in the description to get the ingredients. There are only 3, right? And nutritional information for you to adapt this delicious treat to your routine. As I told you, this is a very chocolatey cake. Everything is really rich in chocolate, so I'm using chocolate 70% in bar form. My chocolate is sugar-free, of course. That's why I said the cake is sugar-free. Check the label to see if it's a good quality chocolate. When we talk about chocolate in bar form, ideally it should have at least 70%. Why? To have a higher proportion of cocoa. It's the cocoa that actually brings the fiber and antioxidants. That feeling of good mood and well-being that chocolate brings, it's thanks to the nutrient component in chocolate. To melt, along with this chocolate, I'm also going to add the yogurt right away because I don't want to waste time. So I'm going to add my plain yogurt here, no sugar, nothing added. By the way, this yogurt of mine is non-fat and I have a recipe here on the channel showing how to make it. I'll leave it down below if you're interested. If you're going to buy it, because sometimes you want to make the yogurt, but today you didn't have any. Homemade yogurt takes time and we really have to wait. There's just no time for the yogurt to be ready. Sometimes you say, oh, I want to try this recipe, Patricia. You can use store-bought yogurt. That's totally fine from the supermarket. And then always remember to check the label. For it to be a good quality yogurt, we expect it to have as few ingredients as possible. Basically, just milk, reconstituted milk, and the lactic culture. So let's melt this. You have the option to melt it in a double boiler, right? Where do you put it underneath here? A bowl with boiling water, and you keep stirring. Or you can do it in the microwave, which is how I'm going to do it. 30 seconds at a time, stirring everything quickly. So I'll do that and I'll be right back because it's more practical. So look, it's already melted here. Now I'm going to do the following. I have here 4 egg yolks because I separated the whites from the same 4 eggs to beat into stiff peaks later, okay? 1 yolk broke here, you can see it. So I'm just going to take the yolks and transfer them over here to this bowl and I'm going to incorporate them into our chocolate with yogurt. Once it's well incorporated, I'll beat the egg whites until stiff and then we'll mix everything together. But let's do it little by little here. If you love healthy recipes like this, remember to subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, turn on the notifications because I have a new video every day. I'm not sure if you knew that. You won't want to miss it. And then later, I'll come back to beat it with the egg whites on medium speed. I have a device that beats because I have a food processor. The kind that has a whisk attachment for egg whites, the processor at the bottom, and even a hand mixer. If you don't have one, that's fine. You can beat it with a fork or with a whisk. But since I have this device, I'm going to use it because since we have it, we should make things easier in the kitchen. So I'm going to grab my device over there and start beating here to show you. This is the device I was telling you about, see? And then it changes this bottom part here. So I'm going to beat this until it turns into stiff peaks like I told you. If you don't have one, it's fine. You can just use a fork. So let's do it. So look, I've already whipped the egg whites here. They're really well whipped. I turn it over here and it doesn't even fall. Now I'm going to do the following. I'm going to separate about 1/3 of the egg whites, mix it in here, then I'll add another 1/3 and then the last 1/3 like that. This way it stays really fluffy. Because since the egg whites have air that we want to incorporate into this recipe, if you add it all at once, it deflates really quickly, you know? And as we add it little by little like this, the whole mixture gets lighter. And as you keep adding towards the end, it gets a really nice fluffy texture, kind of like a sponge cake, but here it's chocolate. And that's why I told you that you don't need to add baking powder because the egg whites will already make the cake fluffy and tall. So here we've pretty much finished this first part, then I'll grab a big chunk of egg white. I'm going to add it here and then the rest, okay? So I'll do this little by little and in just a bit I'll be back. Look, so I grabbed my baking pan and lined it with that parchment paper. It's like a sponge cake batter. Usually we do this so it doesn't stick. Now, if you want to bake it in any other type of pan, you can. In fact, if you don't even care about unmolding it, you can use a glass baking dish. So I don't suggest you use those pans that open on the side, like springform pans or those with removable bottoms, because the batter is more liquid, it could leak. So remember, if you're going to use a pan without parchment paper, you need to grease it with coconut oil and maybe sprinkle some cocoa powder to kind of flour it, so to speak. I'm going to bake it in a water bath in the oven, okay? So what am I going to do? Just like we do with flan, right? I'm going to place a baking tray with very hot water underneath here. I'll put it in the oven at 360 degrees and then I'll come back to show you how it turned out. It was 45 minutes in the water bath. I did the toothpick test here. Look, it came out clean. Now I'm going to cut a big piece so we can see better what it looks like inside. Make this at home. You're going to love it, for sure. I can't wait to try this delicious treat. Look how moist it is. Make it. You're going to love it. Let me show you right now. So this is the texture of the cake. It's so soft, so moist. Make it. I'm sure you're going to love it. Then let me know in the comments what you thought. And don't forget to like the video. That's super important for me. And share this amazing recipe because anyone who tries it will probably love it. Let's grow this chain of kindness. That's what I want here on the channel. Let's try it. Do you know what this is? What this turned out to be? A chocolate mousse cake. It's amazing, wonderful. You wouldn't think it's healthy. It's so good. Make it yourself. See you next time. Bye.